Hello all, how are you people doing? Hope you people are safe during this pandemic. Myself, Dr. Narendra Ali, Assistant Professor, VSM College Autonomous, Ramchandrapuram. I'm here to explain you the concepts of advertising and brand management for second year fourth semester MBA students. Advertising and brand management is a paper where you learn about the one of the major part of marketing management, that is advertising and brand management. So let us look into the contents of. In this video we'll discuss the contents of Unit 1 first. Unit 1 role of in this unit you have the following contents like introduction. You will be having an introduction to what is advertising and all. You know your role of advertising in promotional mix, introduction to advertising and communication, integrated marketing communication, challenges and opportunities in advertising, economic, social and ethical aspects of advertising, economic, social and ethical aspects of advertising. In this way, you can let us first understand the basics of advertising, that is introduction to advertising. What is advertising? The term advertising originates from the Latin word advertere, meaning which means to turn the minds of towards. To turn the minds of towards. It is like grabbing attention. Advertising is a form of communication that typically attempts to persuade potential customers to purchase or to consume more of a particular brand of a product or service. While now central to the contemporary global economy and the reproduction of global production networks, it is only quite recently that advertising has been more than a marginal influence on patterns, networks, sales, and production. The formation of modern advertising was intimately bound up with the emergence of new forms of monopoly capitalism around the end of 19th and beginning of 20th centuries as one element in corporate strategies to create, organize, and where possible control markets. Advertising nowadays is a corporate strategy for more companies. More number of companies are concentrating on advertisements, creativity. They show the creativity. They show the product differentiation. So many advertisements are designed to generate increased consumption of those products and services through the creation and reinvention of the brand image. Mass production necessitated mass consumption, and this in turn required a certain homogenization of consumer tastes for final products. As at its limit, this involved seeking to create world cultural convergence to homogenize consumer tastes and engineer a convergence of lifestyle, culture, and behaviors among the consumer segments across the world. Advertisement or advertising, it is an attempt to influence the buying behavior of customers, clients with a persuasive selling message about the products and or services. Many advertisements are designed to generate increased consumption of those products and services through the creation and reinvention of brand image. For these purposes, advertisements sometimes embed their persuasive message with factual information. Every major medium is used to deliver these messages, including television, radio, cinema, magazines, newspapers, video games, the internet, carrier bags, billboards, everything can be used in the advertising. It is often placed by an advertising agency on behalf of a company or the other organization, or sometimes the company itself may publish its own advertisements. The goal of advertising is to attract new customers by defining the target market and reaching out them with an effective ad campaign. Ad campaign in the sense advertisement campaign. Organizations that frequently spend large sums of money on advertising that sells what is not, strictly speaking, a product or service, including political parties, interest groups, religious organizations, military recruiters, non-profit organizations are not typical advertising clients and may rely on free modes of persuasion such as public service announcement. Advertising spending has increased dramatically in the recent years. Advertisement can be seen as a necessary for economic growth. It is not without social costs. Unsolicited commercial emails and other forms of spam have become so prevalent to have become a major nuisance of other services as well as being a financial burden on the internet service providers. It is increasingly invading public spaces such as schools, which some critics argue in the form of child exploitations and all. So, apart from all these things, the basic purpose of advertising is to promote is to promote sales, is to promote the brand image, is to retain customers. Okay, it is the greatest art form of 20th century. It is the greatest art form of 20th century. Marshall McLuhan says that advertising is the greatest art form of 20th century. It is the life of trade. Calvin Coolidge says that advertising is the life of trade. H.G. Wells, advertising is a legalized lying. Ha! See this creative statement about the advertising. It is the legalized lying. Advertisement is what advertisement means. It is the salesmanship in print. What is this salesmanship and what is this print? Salesmanship in print substitute for it, advertisement is a salesmanship in print. It is a substitute for the human salesman. The business of creative it is the business of creative thinking for commercial advantage. Advertising means of it is the means of providing the most persuasive possible selling message to the right prospects at the lowest possible cost. Let's decode this sides. This decode these headings. What is salesmanship in print? Advertisement is such an activity, it reduces the efforts of salesmanship by by announce it is mass activity. By once an advertisement is produced, is a chance that it will reach to n number of audience at a time, which is not at all possible for a single salesman. So that is why it is used as a substitute for human salesman. It is the business. Advertisement in recent days is a business of creative thinking for commercial advantage. Of course, advertisement is an art and it involves the creative thinking. Advertisement, it involves the creative thinking. The business of creative thinking, it is for commercial advantage. What is this commercial advantage? Commercial advantage here in the sense the company may create an advertisement for its own purposes. Like for example, it wants to make an awareness of its range of products, or it wants to increase the sales. So try to show the offers and all. So whatever it is, advertisements are for the commercial advantages and involves creative thinking. It is the means of providing persuasive, possible selling message to the right prospects at the lowest possible cost. If you see this statement, it is a wonderful statement that says persuade or to convince the possible selling convey the possible selling message. That means the content of the advertisement to the right prospects. Who is a prospect? What is prospect here? Right now in this statement, the prospect means the buyer. Possible selling message to the right prospect at the lowest possible cost. Coming to the definition, let us advertisement in the earlier definitions. What is advertisement as a It is a salesmanship in print or the substitute for human salesmen, the business of a creative thinking for commercial advantage, and it is the means of providing most persuasive possible selling message to the right prospects and at the lowest possible cost. Let us look into the definition of advertisements. Advertising. Advertising is any paid form of non personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, and services through mass media such as newspapers, magazines, television, or radio by an identified sponsor. This advertising definition was given by Philip Kotler and Armstrong. Advertising is any paid form of non personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, and services through mass media. From this definition, we can understand the concept of advertising that it is multidimensional. It is a form of mass communication and a powerful marketing tool. It is a component of economic system, a means of financing the mass media, a social institution, an art form, an instrument of business management, and a field of employment and a profession. In India, the advertising business is growing at a rate of 30 to 35% annually. Today, we see our senses bombarded with the lots of advertisements, but it the newspapers, magazines, televisions, or even so many hoardings which line up any street or highway. There are lots of advertisements to be seen. In fact, the quantity and the quality both are increasing day by day. It has become an important tool at the hands of the marketers to sell their products. Some advertisements are criticized for being false, misleading, and deceptive, and for the concealing information. Advertisements can also manipulate the consumer to go in for unnecessary buying spree. So it is important to understand what advertisement is all about. Let us say the firm has developed Let us say the firm has developed a product which will satisfy the market demand. So essentially, he has to reach out to the public or to his target market and inform them about his product. For optimum exposure, he has to make sure that he reaches out to the maximum number of people. So mass communication would be the best way to teach or to reach out the people. Hence, the medium of advertisements to reach out to the masses. It should be, however, understood that advertising itself couldn't sell the product. It merely assists in selling process. Advertisement also cannot rejuvenate or restore a poor product. It only helps in the selling process through the means of communication. Selling process through the means of communication, matrimonial advertisements, recruitment advertisements, tenders, classy fields, public notices, public announcements are also examples of advertisements. One, basically, you must try to understand that advertisement is an announcement to the public of a product or service or an idea through a medium to which the public has access. The medium may be print, that is, newspapers or magazines or posters or banners or hoardings. It may be electronic, that is, radio, television, video, cable, phone, or internet, or in any other forms. An advertisement is usually paid for by an advertiser at the rates fixed or negotiated with media. A form, so a form could be, here you see any paid form. A form could be a presentation, it might be a sign, symbol, or any illustration, an ad message in a magazine or a newspaper, a commercial on the radio or a television, a circular dispatched through email, or a pamphlet handed out at a street corner, a sketch or a message on a billboard or a poster, a banner on the net. Everything is a form. So that is, advertisement has a form. Let us look into the characteristics of advertisement. What are the characteristics of advertisement? It is a tool for market promotion, it is non-personal, it is a paid form, and wide has a wide acceptability, varied objectives, forms of advertising, use of media, advertising as an art, element of truth, one way communication. Let us now discuss all these points in detail for letting us understand what are the characteristics of advertisement. Tool for market promotion. There are various tools used for market communication, such as advertisement, sales promotion, personal selling, publicity. But advertisement is a powerful, expensive, and a popular element of promotion mix. So that is why it is a tool for market promotion. It is non personal. Advertisements are non personal. Advertising is a type of non personal or mass communication with the target audience. A large number of people are addressed at the time. It is called non personal salesmanship. It is a paid form. Advertisement is not free of cost. Advertiser called as a sponsor has to spend money for preparing message, buying media, and monitoring the advertisement efforts. It is the costliest option of the market promotion. Company has to prepare its advertising budget to appropriate advertising costs. It has wide acceptability. It has a wide acceptability. Advertising is a popular and widely used means for communicating with the target market. It is not only used for business and profession, but is widely used by museums, charitable trusts, government agencies, educational institutions, and others to inform and attract various target publics. Varied objectives. Advertising is aimed at varied objectives. Advertising is aimed at achieving varied objectives. It is targeted to increase sales, create and improve brand image, face competition, build relations with the public, or to educate people. Advertising message can be expressed in written, oral, audible, or visual forms. Forms. That is, in the definition we said advertisement is a paid form, so it has some form. Use of media. Advertiser can use any of the several advertising media to convey the message. Outdoor media like hoarding, signboards, wall printing, etc. Audiovisual media, television, film, internet, etc. or any other to address the target audience. Advertising as an art. Today's advertising task is much complicated. Message creation and presentation require a good deal of knowledge, creativity, skills, and experience. So advertisement can be said as an art. It is an artful activity. Element of truth. It is difficult to say that advertising message always reveals the truth. In many cases, exaggerated facts are advertised. However, due to certain legal provisions, the element of truth can be fairly assured, but there is no guarantee that the claim made in advertisement is completely true. Most advertisements are erotic, materialistic, misleading, and producer centered. One way communication. Since it is a mass communication, advertisement involves one way communication. Message moves from the company to customers, from sponsor to audience. Message from consumers to marketer is not possible. Marketer cannot know how far the advertisement has influenced the audience. So these are all the characteristics of advertising. What is the purpose of advertising? The purpose of advertising is to promote ideas about the products and services. To promote ideas about products and services. Promotion of ideas, promotion of products, and promotion of services. It is also the another purpose is to create interest in products and services. One of the that is the basic thing. No, advertisement has to create a interest among the public or interest among the consumer group. No, they have to grab their attention. They have to look towards our product. Only advertisements has the power to bring the customer to the shop, to create awareness about products and services. To create awareness in the sense, only that is some products or so for example a company wants to display all the company wants to convey the wide range of products that are available. Say for example Unilever has a wide range of products in its catalog, from the how home needs to the necessities to the supplies, and even in every aspect it has its own product. Therefore, the companies like Unilever, ITC, and all, they have to bring awareness regarding the wide range of products that are available. And also, the least one is to increase sales. The sales will be increased only. I can't say it as only, but the sales will be increased through advertisements. The 5 M's of advertisement: mission, money, message, media, and measurement. Mission: what is the aim of your advertisement? For example, say to improve sales, or to launch a new product, or just to recall some products or some short term offers. Money: what is this? Money in this, the amount of budget. For example, say Procter and Gamble may allocate 1 million PSP for the advertisement of Tide detergent that is spread over 1 year. How much money that you are going to spend for one particular advertisement of your product. So that is the cost of advertisements. And then message. What do you want to say? What do you want to convey? How are you conveying, or how are you saying? How will you say it, and what type of appeals to be given in this message? Say for example, the colors used in the car, the movements of the car, what the person should remember, that car has a few elements to be kept in mind. All this is like message. And then media, example of used for putting the advertisement or publishing the advertisement. You just want to, either you confine to a social media advertisement, or you confine to a broadcasting, that is either television or radio, or you want to confine to audio visuals or newspaper, magazines, etc. And what is this measurement? The way in which, see, as to whether your advertisement has been effective or not. This is why all these are called 5 M's of advertising. Advertising management. Advertising is a management function, while advertising is the event. Advertising management is the whole process, a function of marketing, starting from market research, continuing through advertising, leading to actual sales or achievement of the objective. It goes further in regard to the evaluation of whole cost benefits that were involved in the whole exercises. If you see this, advertisement management or advertising management is a whole process, function of a marketing, where it starts from market research and continues through advertising and leads to actual sales. Or for example, if that advertisement is particularly for achieving the objective, and finally it goes in regard to the evaluation of cost benefit, how much we have spent on the advertisement, what benefit that we have received. So managing the entire thing in advertisement is known as the management of advertisements, or simply advertising managements. What are the advertisements? Say a man who wears shirt, trouser instead of a dhoti is advertising that he is westernized. A woman who wears a lipstick wants to advertise that she wants to look beautiful. A boy who rides a beautiful bike wants to advertise that he wants to be noticed. An advertisement or a company says that a company shows green message in its advertisement, says that it is concerned about the environment. So like that, every advertisement and its messages are involved in the critical thinking aspects. Objectives of advertisement. The following are the objectives of advertisement, that is to inform buyers. This objective includes informing customers regarding the product's availability, price, features, qualities, services, and then to persuade or convince buyers, convince about advantages offered by the product, to remind buyers. No, marketers use advertisement to remind buyers regarding the existence of company or products, to face competition. So advertisement is one of the competitive strategies for the corporates to face the competition. To achieve sales targets is one of the objectives. To build and improve brand image. No, to help educate or aware the people, and to build a company image and reputation, and also to assist the sales force and middlemen. I already said in the earlier slide that advertisement is salesmanship in print. That means advertisements replaces the help the half or full the workload of a salesman. And the other objectives include to promote new products, build long-term relationships, to remove misunderstandings, to gain confidence of the buyers, to request customers to compromise with unavoidable circumstances, to seek apology of the buyers for any undesirable events. These are all subliminary or additional objectives which are subjective to the situations. Features of advertising. paid form. Only that attempt for the seller on which he or she has spent some money to communicate information to the consumer is called advertising. It should be in a form, paid form. The advertiser has to be paid. If any act of any such activity of advertisement, but if it is not paid, that activity will be known as publicity but not advertisement. Impersonal presentation. Advertising is a non-personal presentation of non-personal presentation of information. I already said mass communication, right? So where mass communication involves addressing the large gathering rather than person-to-person communication. It is a speedy and mass communication with an identified sponsor. What is that sponsor? That sponsor may be the designer of the advertisement or the company promoting the product. Another feature of advertising is that sponsor can be identified. We came across advertisement, its sponsor is easily recognized. Thank you.